loves birds. He's still up in a tall birch. Just a quick interlude to thank all the artists and bidders who made our Tiny Bird Art 2024 a huge success. We raised over $13,000, which will go to our mission to preserve and protect the greater Sax-Zim bog. Thanks, everybody. I had to go see the greenhouse hawk owl, who could care less about trains going by or mobs of people. Everybody was pretty well behaved, and thank goodness the Burns, who run the greenhouse where the hawk owl is camped out basically, are not bothered by all the photographers. Just remember, everybody, park on one side of the road, do not block their driveway, don't creep down their driveway. But this guy is crazy. He's pretending to be an American too. This is a Canadian bird, really, by all practical means, and look at him posing in front of the American flag. But hey, we welcome our neighbors to the north, and this guy put on a show. I was shooting some video here, but when he went down and got the vole, of course, I was shooting stills. But he captured a vole, flew off across the railroad tracks. He's probably cached who knows how many voles, 30, 40 voles. This guy is a superstar, a real American hero. I mean, Canadian hero. And now we're going to meet another superstar. This is one of my biggest fans, and Blake, how you doing today?
Good.
You like birds? He loves birds. I hear he's like a prodigy. He's got his binoculars, right? What's your favorite bird?
Barred owl.
Barred owl. Oh, did you see one recently? Oh, awesome. That is an awesome bird. And what other birds do you like?
Robins.
Robins, cool.
Redpolls.
Redpolls, oh, good job. Oh, there.
A couple at my house.
So Blake, I heard you had something really good sighting this morning. What did you have?
So there was a couple of Bohemian waxwings at our house.
Oh, that's awesome.
3.
3?
Uh-huh.
Were they in a tree? Or?
Yeah, in our tree.
In a tree?
And
they don't go to feeders, do they?
No.
No.
And we have been seeing a northern strike around our property in our pine trees.
Oh, yeah. Probably eating the redpolls.
No, in the voles.
Voles. Okay, good. Good. I like to hear that. Eat those voles instead of those redpolls. Yeah. And then you rescued, what did you rescue today?
Rock pigeon. No, not today.
Okay.
Yesterday.
What happened?
It was limping. It could fly, but it couldn't fly. Well, it could, but then it would hit something and then it would fall down on the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you rescued it. That's awesome. And what are you going to look for today in the bog?
A great gray owl.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to send good vibes to you to find a great gray. Okay. And you let me know if you find one. You can always email me or have your mom email me. I like to hear the stories. Okay. All right, one more. High five. Okay. Well, happy birthday. It's his birthday today. Today?
Mm-hmm.
And you're...
Well, no, yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. And you're 18 years old now.
8.
Oh, 8. All right, high five. All right. Well, thank you. You're going to be in the next video. On cue, the redpolls have showed up at the thistle feeders around the bog. Always midwinter. Before that, they feed on birch seeds and alder catkins, but now they're here, including this hoary. There's been a couple hoaries at the Welcome Center. And look at a hoary redpoll. Now he's right in front of the feeder pole. The first thing you notice with a hoary is overall frostier, whiter, no brown on them. Very little streaking on the sides, on the flanks, and if there is, it's very indistinct. Tiny little bill. It looks small. The forehead looks vertical. Male hoaries like this one have pinkish on the breast instead of red. But the American Ornithological Society has received a proposal to lump them again. There have been many attempts to lump them, and this one might be successful. I know I will always count hoaries as hoaries and not a subspecies of common. I will be very sad to see them demoted. It is February 5th, 2024, and I was going to do an episode on how to dress for winter photography. We had a whole week where we didn't get above 0. Yeah, that was in January. And maybe you've seen in our Sax-Zim bog calendar, put when the Sax-Zim bog was the coldest spot in the lower 48. February 1st in 2015, minus 31 Fahrenheit. February 7th, 2021, minus 35, minus 43 on the 8th, and minus 46 on the 9th in 2019 Fahrenheit. Not this year. It is 46 degrees right now. I am crazy warm. What is going on? It's the strongest El Nino in decades. I hate it. I'm a 30 below person. I'd rather have it 30 below 0 than 30 above. And I'd rather have 30 inches of snow on the ground than the 3 millimeters we have. How does it affect the birds, the owls, the wildlife? Here's some thoughts. The short answer is not too much. For birds, at least in the short term, it's all about food, day length. For example, we have a lot of redpolls this year, but not many other winter finches. That's because there's a really good cone crop and fruit crop and seed crop up in the boreal forest in central Canada. So they have no need to come south. It's for them, they're fat and happy up north. For owls, they eat voles. And without a foot or 2 foot of snow, I guess the hunting is maybe even easier. So for them, it's an advantage. Fast forward a week and we're back to some winter birding. I've got 2 ruffed grouse in this beautiful falling snow, and got some shots out the window, but you know, the heat come pouring out of the van is messing up the shot, and one of them flew low now, like might be eye level, so I'm gonna check it out here. This is where I had the great gray owl Overton here a few weeks ago. One's still up in a tall birch. Whoa, this guy got a little bit of some springboard action here while trying to feed on birch buds and birch catkins. And check it out, this is a more unusual red phase of the ruffed grouse. Very kind of rusty red. It's a smaller percentage of the population than the normal grays. Science really hasn't determined why some are red and some are gray. I guess some things are better a mystery, but notice it just walking up these branches. In the winter, they grow little nubbins on their each toe, helps them grip icy branches, just like spruce grouse. We were talking about how this mild winter affects birds. I almost forgot about the ruffed grouse, which normally need a foot at least of snow on the ground to burrow in at night and sleep comfortably. But That's very important when it's typical winter temperatures, 30 below zero air temperature. They can be sleeping comfy at 30 above, below a foot of snow. But this year it was super warm, rarely got below zero, and so they were just fine. One of our many talented volunteers, Lonnie, made the Aldo Leopold benches. Only one or two is earmarked for a plaque. Here, I'll show you a few of them that are already out there. $2,500 for a bench and $2,500 for a plaque. So if you wanted a bench and a plaque, it's a $5,000 donation. And we'll put them out along the boardwalks. They'll be secured to the boardwalk, safe and sound. In the Lois King Education Center, we've had some great speakers during our Friday afternoon speaker series. This is Dr. Michael Joyce from the Natural Resources Research Institute in Duluth talking about their Fisher Box program. They found some fun stuff, as you'll see in the background here. But check out our website for upcoming webinars. And don't forget, we close for the winter on Sunday, March 10th. We will resume with programs this summer. We'll be open from June 1st through September 30th this year. Superstar bird of the episode, I gotta give it to that red-phased ruffed grouse. I know you're saying, Sparky, you saw a northern hawk owl, but they're kind of dime a dozen compared to red-phased ruffed grouse. Anyway, and Ermine for the superstar mammal, no doubt. Take care, and we'll see you in just a few days. I've got another episode coming out real quick here.